Well, hey there, gamers. Kyle here, your humble little host of Game Time with Kyle. And yeah, welcome to another video. On this one, we're going to be taking a look at the new Nintendo 2DS XL that was released a little while back. I got one a while ago and been having a lot of fun with it. The year is 2020, but I find that this year, thus far, even though pretty much Nintendo Switch has dominated Nintendo's lineup and everything, I find myself playing a lot of 3DS games and still getting a lot of 3DS, purchasing a lot of 3DS games that I've kind of neglected or missed out on over the past couple of years. And I find right now is a good time to do it because they're starting, I don't want to say hard to find, but you don't see them out and about a whole lot. And a lot of the best ones that were for the 3DS, which has a heck of a library, you can find now for getting a lot cheaper in price. So we took a look at the new 3DS a while back, and going to be doing some comparisons. I have a red model now, but going to be focusing on the new 2DS XL. So join us as we take a look. As you can see, one big difference between the two models right here on top is where your camera is located. It's a lot smaller as well. We have the little notch there on top versus them just doing that in one piece there. Triggers are a little bit better located. I actually like these quite a bit on the back versus these here just kind of stuck on the corner. Nothing wrong with them at all, but I find that I kind of like them a little bit better. You can see they stick out here once the camera wants to focus. They stick out a little bit more on the side there. On the bottom, not a whole lot has changed. There you still got your headphone jack, stylus, power button, card slot there. But on the bottom here, our card slot is actually in a nice flap there. And we have our headphone jack located next to our mini stylus. It's not a long one as the other ones were. This one's actually a lot smaller. I find kind of nicer to use. And kind of the same power button and everything. Also on the 2D XL, wow, this camera is not focusing a whole lot. My apologies for this. You see the speakers right there in the corner. There's the left one and, of course, the right one. I'm not a big fan of them in the corner because, you know, when you hold the system, that's how you typically hold it. So the speaker's kind of always going into the palm of your hand, whereas on the original models, they were right there on the side of the screen. So kind of weird. Let's open you up. And as you can see, aside from the reflection of myself in my room, they don't have them on the side. It actually looks, if you hold it like that, it looks more like an original iPhone than anything. But button layout, they got the home button there on the side, as well as the start and select versus the home button on the original model being right there on the bottom of the screen. And the original model too, not that it's heavy or anything, but you can definitely tell in comparison, it has some heft to it, whereas the smaller model, super light, like extremely light. And there's that camera again at the top of that camera and everything. It's located now at the bottom along with the mic. So yeah, button placement a little bit different as well. The slider for the 3D model was right there on the side, as well as the volume on the other side. Since this one is 2D only, of course, all those sliders are out, and the volume, they moved to the bottom of the side. So right next to the thumbstick there. Nothing on that side, and we already took a look at the bottom there. Nice cartridge flap and everything. Dual cameras there on the side, and I think that's the same thing on this one. No, my mistake, it's not there. So the cameras that were on the 3DS here, just that one, right there on that flap. So when you fold it up, it kind of looks like that. Here they're located actually on the bottom of the thing, keeping that top nice and smooth. Also, I like the texture that's on the top there. You can see that a little bit easier to grip too if you're just holding it versus the original model. Just got super duper slick there. And with that screen being as it is, definitely looks a lot cleaner and a lot more, looks like a bigger screen as well. And the screen is just a little bit bigger, but with the bezels and everything shrunk down on the side, it definitely has quite looks a lot bigger, as you can see there. So I got my gal Samus, and yeah, everything just still runs pretty much as normal. So see some of the games I have on there, well, loaded up quite a few. So yeah, a little bit of what the 2DS XL, new Nintendo 2DS XL looks like in comparison. And like I said, um, definitely a lot smaller, about the same width-wise, but a little smaller in thickness and definitely a lot lighter. So definitely a fun upgrade. Just the screen itself, like I said, just it's super light, it's super pocket friendly. The screen looks a lot brighter and clearer and bigger, even though the screen itself's really not bigger at all. So definitely a nice upgrade. I got the black and blue version. I know there's also white with an orange outline, and I've seen purple with like a little gray or silver outline as well. That looks pretty neat. So a couple different options to choose from. And like I said, I really like those triggers that stick out a little bit more. Here's a better view of it with the camera actually focused. And now as I say that, it gets unfocused, but in comparison. So definitely like those triggers a lot better. Thanks for journeying with us here for the last few minutes, taking a look at the new Nintendo 2DS XL. A couple years after it came out. I'm not saying this channel is always up to date, but it's something that I picked up a while ago and have been playing a lot of. And mainly I want to put it on here now so I can get recommendations from you guys in the comments below. What are some good non-first party Nintendo games that I should check out for the 3DS? Obviously I have all the big ones at this point, all the Marios, all the Zeldas. You got Yoshi's New Island, Metroid Prime, the one that came out for the 3DS, the first-person shooter. It's not terrible. It's not great, but yeah, I just have all Mario Kart, Smash Brothers, etc. So, what are some good third-party 3DS games that you guys recommend? We'll look forward to reading your comments in the comment section below, and we'll see you in the next video, everybody. Take care and happy gaming.